Hey Aries, I need to talk to you about something that just came up in your reading, and honestly, this is one of those moments where the cards are revealing layers you probably did not see coming. So let me just dive right in, because there is a woman in your energy field right now and she has information about your ex that is going to completely shift how you see this entire situation. I just pulled the Knight of Pentacles as my first card, and you know what this tells me right away. This woman is not rushing into this conversation with you. She is being incredibly methodical and careful about how she approaches you because the information she carries is heavy. This is someone who has been watching from the sidelines, taking mental notes, piecing together a puzzle that your ex thought was completely hidden. The Knight of Pentacles energy here is so deliberate. This woman is not someone who acts on impulse or gossip. She has been sitting with this knowledge, probably debating whether to tell you or not, weighing the consequences, thinking about the right timing. And Aries, the fact that this card showed up first tells me she has decided that you need to know. She sees you moving forward in your life, and she cannot in good conscience let you continue without understanding the full truth of what happened behind your back. What strikes me about this Knight of Pentacles is the sense of duty embedded in this energy. This woman feels a genuine responsibility to bring you this information. Maybe she is someone who values honesty above everything else. Maybe she herself was deceived before and knows how it feels to be the last person to find out. Whatever her motivation, she is preparing to have this conversation with you, and she is doing it with the kind of careful planning that says this is not about drama or revenge or stirring up trouble. This is about setting the record straight. I am getting the sense that she might be connected to your ex in some way. Maybe they work together or move in the same circles, and she has had access to information that you were never meant to discover. The Knight of Pentacles moves slowly but with absolute certainty, and right now that slow deliberate energy is heading directly toward you with truth in hand. Now let me pull the next card because I need to understand what this secret actually involves. Oh wow, I got the King of Wands, and this is massive, Aries. Your ex has been presenting themselves as someone completely different than who they actually are. The King of Wands represents charisma, leadership, confidence, and creative vision. But here is what the cards are showing me. Your ex has been using these qualities as a mask. They have been projecting this image of someone who has their life together, someone who is passionate and driven and authentic, but behind that facade there is a completely different reality. This woman who wants to talk to you has seen behind the mask. She knows about the ways your ex manipulated situations to make themselves look good while actually their foundation was built on deception. The King of Wands in this context is telling me your ex has probably moved on publicly. Maybe they are with someone new, or they have been talking about how great their life is now, how much they have grown, how they are this evolved person who learned from past relationships. But this woman knows the truth. She knows about the conversations your ex had where they blamed everything on you. She knows about the lies they told to mutual friends to control the narrative. She might even know about overlap, Aries. I am talking about emotional or physical involvement with someone else while you were still together, carefully hidden under the King of Wands energy of charm and distraction. Your ex has been building this empire of perception where they are the hero of their own story and you were just a chapter they outgrew. But this woman has receipts that tell a completely different tale. Let me pull deeper because I need to see what specifically she witnessed or learned. The Page of Pentacles just came through, and oh, this is interesting. This card represents messages, study, new information, and paying attention to details. This woman has been an observer, Aries. She has been paying attention to things that did not add up. Maybe she noticed inconsistencies in stories your ex told. Maybe she saw text messages or overheard conversations that revealed the truth. The Page of Pentacles is methodical and detail-oriented, and this energy suggests she has been collecting pieces of information like evidence, not because she was trying to spy but because things kept jumping out at her as wrong. She might have even tried to ignore it at first, tried to mind her own business, but the discrepancies were too obvious to overlook. What I am seeing with the Page of Pentacles is that this secret your ex has been hiding is something concrete, something provable. This is not just someone's opinion or interpretation of events. This woman has specific details, maybe even proof in the form of messages or photos or timelines that do not match what your ex told you. The Page energy is youthful and almost innocent in its approach to truth. She believes information should be shared when it serves someone's highest good. And right now, she believes you deserve to know what really happened, because continuing forward without this knowledge would mean you were building your understanding of the past on a foundation of lies. The Page of Pentacles is about learning and growth through information, and this woman sees herself as a messenger bringing you the truth you need to fully close this chapter and move forward with clarity. Okay, let me see what happens when she actually reaches out to you. I pulled the Nine of Wands and Aries. This tells me something really important about where you are right now emotionally. The Nine of Wands is the card of the wounded warrior, someone who has been through battles and is still standing but feeling exhausted and defensive. When this woman approaches you with this information, your first instinct might be to put up walls. You might feel like you are finally starting to heal from this situation, and here comes someone wanting to drag you back into it. The Nine of Wands energy is protective and cautious, and I completely understand if your initial reaction is skepticism or resistance. You might think, why is she telling me this now? What does she want from me? Is this real or is this some kind of game? But here is what the Nine of Wands is really showing me. You have every right to be guarded. You have been through something that hurt you deeply, and you have been working hard to rebuild your sense of trust and security. This card validates that protective instinct. However, the Nine of Wands also carries a message about not letting your defenses prevent you from receiving important truth. This woman is not your enemy. She is not trying to hurt you. The information she brings might initially feel painful because it confirms that your ex was not who you thought they were, but ultimately this knowledge is going to help you complete your healing process. Right now you might still have moments where you question yourself, where you wonder if you could have done something differently, where you give your ex the benefit of the doubt in your mind. This truth is going to eliminate all of that doubt and give you the clarity you need to fully let go. The Nine of Wands also suggests that receiving this information might feel like one more battle in a war you thought was over. But Aries, I promise you this is the final piece of the puzzle. After this conversation, after you know the full truth, you are going to be able to put this entire situation behind you in a way you have not been able to do yet. The Nine of Wands is card number 9 in the Wands suit, and nines represent completion. You are almost at the finish line of this healing journey. This revelation is the last thing you need to process before you can truly close this door and walk away knowing you did nothing wrong and you were not the problem. Let me pull another card to see what the actual content of this secret reveals about your ex's character. Oh, this is big. I got the Two of Cups, and at first you might think this is a positive card because Two of Cups represents partnership and harmony and mutual love. But in this context, Aries, this card is revealing something crucial. Your ex was in emotional connection with someone else while they were with you. The Two of Cups represents a genuine bond forming, not just physical attraction but emotional intimacy and partnership energy. This woman who wants to talk to you knows about this connection. She might have witnessed it developing. She might have heard your ex talking about this other person in ways that make it clear the emotional affair was happening long before your relationship officially ended. What makes this even more significant is that your ex probably told you they needed space to work on themselves, or that they just were not ready for commitment, or that the relationship was not working for reasons they blamed on incompatibility. But the Two of Cups here shows they were already building something new with someone else. They were already invested emotionally elsewhere. And here is the painful part, Aries. The Two of Cups is about equal exchange and mutual respect in partnership. While you were giving your authentic heart to this relationship, they were already dividing their emotional energy between you and someone else. They were comparing, weighing options, keeping you as a safety net while they explored whether this other connection would work out. This woman knows the timeline. She knows that the Two of Cups energy between your ex and this other person started before your relationship ended. She might know who the person is. She might have seen them together in ways that would have broken your heart had you known. And the reason she is coming forward now is because she cannot stand watching your ex rewrite history, pretending they were this honest person who ended things the right way when in reality they were emotionally checked out and invested elsewhere for possibly months before they finally had the courage to actually break up with you. The Two of Cups in this reading is proof that you were not imagining things when you felt distance or disconnection toward the end. You were not being paranoid or insecure. Your intuition was picking up on the fact that your partner's emotional energy was flowing toward someone else. Let me see what else the cards want to reveal about how this information comes to light. I just pulled the Six of Wands, and this is really interesting, Aries, because Six of Wands is about victory, recognition, and public acknowledgement. What this tells me is that your ex has been receiving praise or recognition for something that they did not fully earn or that they achieved through deceptive means. Maybe they got a promotion or an opportunity that they claimed was all their hard work, but this woman knows they actually used connections or manipulated situations to get ahead. Or maybe the Six of Wands is showing me that your ex has been publicly celebrating their new relationship, posting on social media, getting congratulations and support from people, and this woman knows the real timeline that would make all those people see things very differently. The Six of Wands is also about reputation, and I think your ex has been very concerned with maintaining a specific image publicly. They want people to see them as the good guy, the one who handled the breakup maturely, the one who is thriving now. But this woman sees the gap between the public image and private reality. She knows the Six of Wands parade your ex is leading is built on a lie. And here is what is significant, Aries. The Six of Wands often appears when someone is about to have their reputation challenged. Victory and recognition can be taken away when truth comes out. This woman coming forward with what she knows has the potential to shift how people see your ex. Not that you need public vindication, but there is something important about the truth being known, especially if your ex has been painting you as the problem or the difficult one. The Six of Wands also tells me this woman might be someone who your ex thought was on their side, someone they trusted, someone they celebrated victories with. That makes her decision to come forward even more powerful because she is risking that connection to do what is right. She values truth and integrity more than she values staying in your ex's good graces. And that says everything about her character and about what she knows. People do not risk friendships or professional relationships to share gossip. They do it when the truth is significant and when staying silent would make them complicit in ongoing deception. Okay, let me pull the next card because I want to understand the emotional impact this conversation is going to have on you. The Ace of Cups just came through in Aries. This is such a beautiful card in this context. The Ace of Cups represents new emotional beginnings, healing, and the opening of the heart. Yes, hearing this truth from this woman is going to be painful in the moment. Yes, there might be tears and anger and grief for the relationship you thought you had. But the Ace of Cups promises that this truth is ultimately going to liberate your heart. Right now you might still have remnants of attachment to your ex, little threads of what if or maybe someday or perhaps I misunderstood. This information is going to cut those threads completely. The Ace of Cups is about emotional clarity and the beginning of genuine self-love. What I am seeing with the Ace of Cups is that after this conversation, after you process what this woman tells you, you are going to feel this incredible sense of emotional freedom. It is like you have been carrying a cup that was half empty, still holding space for your ex, still wondering, still hoping on some level that there was good in what you shared. But the Ace of Cups says you are about to pour out that old water completely and receive a fresh, pure, overflowing cup of self-love and clarity. You are going to understand that what you were mourning was not real. You were in love with a version of this person that they presented to you, not the actual person they were behind closed doors. The Ace of Cups also suggests that this truth is going to open your heart to new possibilities. Once you fully release your ex energetically, once you stop giving them any space in your emotional world, you create room for something real and genuine to enter your life. This card is a promise, Aries. The universe is telling you that this painful revelation is actually a gift in disguise. It is the final piece of closure you need to completely heal and move forward into a new chapter where your heart is open but also protected, where you know your worth, where you will not settle for anything less than authentic partnership built on honesty and respect. The Ace of Cups is the most hopeful card in this entire reading because it confirms that better is coming once you release what was never truly yours to begin with. Let me pull one more card to see the ultimate outcome after this truth comes to light. Oh wow, I got the Nine of Cups in Aries. This is called the Wish Fulfillment card. This is the card of emotional satisfaction, contentment, and getting what you truly desire. After this woman tells you what she knows, after you process the truth, after you fully release your ex and everything they represent, you are going to find yourself in a place of deep emotional contentment. The Nine of Cups is telling me that you are going to look back on this moment as the turning point, the moment when everything shifted in your favor even though it did not feel that way initially. The Nine of Cups represents emotional mastery and satisfaction. You are going to reach a point where you are genuinely happy about how things turned out. You are going to see that this breakup, as painful as it was, actually saved you from wasting more time with someone who was not capable of the kind of love you deserve. You are going to feel grateful that this woman had the courage to tell you the truth because it accelerated your healing process and prevented you from romanticizing a past that was built on lies. The Nine of Cups is about enjoying your life, feeling fulfilled, and being at peace with your choices and your path. That is where you are headed, Aries. What I love about the Nine of Cups appearing here is that it confirms you are going to come out of this situation stronger, wiser, and more emotionally intelligent than you went in. You are going to have standards now that you did not have before. You are going to trust your intuition in ways you might have doubted before. You are going to value honesty and transparency as non-negotiable qualities in any future relationship. And most importantly, you are going to be so content with your own company, so fulfilled by your own life, that you will never again tolerate being someone's option or backup plan. The Nine of Cups is the card of the person who has done their inner work and is now reaping the emotional rewards of that work. Let me pull one final card to see the advice the universe has for you as you navigate this situation. The King of Cups just came through, and this is perfect, Aries. The King of Cups represents emotional maturity, compassion, and mastery over your feelings. The advice here is to receive this information with grace and composure. You do not need to confront your ex. You do not need to tell everyone what you learned. You do not need to seek revenge or try to damage their reputation. The King of Cups says handle this like the emotionally intelligent person you are becoming. When this woman reaches out to you, listen with an open heart but also with discernment. Thank her for her courage in coming forward. Process what she tells you in private, with trusted friends or a therapist if needed. Allow yourself to feel whatever comes up, whether that is anger or sadness or relief. But do not let this information drag you backward into old patterns. The King of Cups is about emotional sovereignty. You are the ruler of your emotional kingdom, and you get to decide how much power this information has over your peace. You get to decide when to discuss it and when to simply let it inform your understanding without taking over your life. The King of Cups also suggests that showing this level of emotional maturity is going to elevate you in ways you cannot even imagine right now. People are going to notice how you handle this situation. They are going to see you process painful truth with grace instead of spiraling into drama. And that demonstration of character is going to attract new opportunities and connections into your life. The King of Cups is deeply respected because they do not let their emotions control them even when they have every right to be upset. They feel deeply, but they also think clearly. That is the energy you are being called to embody right now, Aries. So here is what I want you to take away from this reading. There is a woman who knows something about your ex that you deserve to know. She is going to approach you carefully and deliberately because she understands the weight of what she is sharing. The secret involves your ex presenting a false image publicly while maintaining emotional connections with someone else during your relationship. This woman has details and possibly proof that will confirm your intuition was right all along. When she reaches out, you might feel defensive at first because you are still healing, but I encourage you to listen with an open heart. This information is the final piece of your healing puzzle. Your ex has been celebrating victories and maintaining a certain reputation that is built on deception. The truth this woman brings is going to shift how you see the entire situation. Initially, it will hurt because it confirms your ex was not who you thought they were. But ultimately, this truth is a gift because it completely frees you from any remaining attachment or wondering. You are going to experience a profound emotional liberation and renewal. New beginnings are coming for you, Aries. Real, genuine, authentic love is possible once you fully release what was never real to begin with. The outcome of all of this is deep emotional fulfillment and contentment. You are going to be so grateful this happened, so happy with where you end up, so proud of how you handled everything. And the advice is to navigate this entire situation with emotional maturity and grace. You do not need to seek revenge or prove anything to anyone. Your peace and your healing are more important than anything else. Trust that the universe is protecting you by revealing this truth now. Trust that better things are coming. Trust that you are exactly where you need to be. I hope this reading brought you some clarity, Aries. You are stronger than you know, and you are going to come through this situation more powerful than ever. Remember to be gentle with yourself as you process whatever information comes your way. You deserve love that is real and honest and transparent. And that is exactly what is coming for you once you fully release what was not.